Hello everyone and welcome to Sharpers Gaming, and today we're back with some more Pokemon singles Battlespot, and it's been a while guys, it's been a while, but we are finally back, and today we're going to be trying out two of the new Megas that were released. They're not released to everybody yet, but Mega Steelix and Mega Pidgeot were released during the last tournament, which was Kanto versus Alola. So if you guys were a part of that tournament and didn't get your Megastones yet, be sure to go do that. Otherwise, they should be released to the public pretty soon. There were also 4 other Megastones that were released. They were released to the public, but we already did Mawile and Beedrill. So Mega Medicham, Mega Audino have also been released, so be sure to go pick those up if you've not already. But we're going to be trying out both of the Megas that have been released here today, and that's going to be with Mega Steelix, Mega Pidgeot. And then we also have Tyranitar, Mimikyu, Rotom-Wash, and Alolan Exeggutor. So this is kind of a mashup of a Sand and a Trick Room team, as well as like Speedymon like Pidgeot. And then Mimikyu and Rotom and Exeggutor are all at their neutral speeds. And so is Tyranitar. And then Mega Steelix is at its minimum speed. Mega Pidgeot is enough to outspeed a Mega Salamence. Has enough speed to do that. It's a Mega Pidgeot that I used once upon a dream in VGC, but since he's not allowed in VGC anymore, I got rid of Protect for Hyper Beam, so let's see what we can do with this team today. Checking the battle team, hopefully it allows it, because I don't know... Okay, it does allow it. I was going to say, I don't know if it allows the 2 Megastones to be used, Mega Steelix and Mega Pidgeot, or the Steelixite and the Pidgeotite, since it's not available to everybody, but it looks like they are going to allow it. So we could have done that with Beedrill and Mawile too, but again, I wasn't sure. We're going to have a 1539 rated player. I believe we were at 1500. I don't know if they reset the rankings today. I don't think they did, but they did very recently, and I haven't played singles in quite a while. So that would be it. But we do see Charizard, Garchomp, Mimikyu, Rotom-Wash, Tapu Koko, and Metagross from my opponent, carrying 2 of the same mons that we actually are. So Rotom-Wash is my... a special wall, just so you're aware of that, because it's made to take the Thunderbolts that Mega Pidgeot can't, even though we do have Steelix and Exeggutor as well. I'm expecting a Mega Charizard, possibly a Mega Metagross. My Steelix doesn't do terrible here. I think Steelix Tyranitar is the way to go, but as far as the last Pokemon, that kind of rules out Pidgeot. We could go Exeggutor, or we could go Mimikyu. I think we go Exeggutor, actually. Exeggutor! I think we go Tyranitar, Exeggutor, Steelix. I wasn't expecting to bring Exeggutor too much. And originally this Exeggutor didn't have Trick Room, but then I'm like, why don't I just have Trick Room on Exeggutor as well? That way, we have more options for Trick Room. So this should be interesting. Exeggutor also has Draco Meteor, Energy Ball, and Leech Seed. So we'll see how that turns out. Originally, Flamethrower over Trick Room, but then we changed it for Trick Room. So we lead off with Tyranitar, get that sand up early on. This is a Salt Vest Tyranitar. Probably could have went with Smooth Rock to increase the Sandstorm damage. But we're going to see Mimikyu lead off for my opponent. So we could see the play rough. We could see that. I kind of want to stay... This is all special Tyranitar too, by the way. You can't see the moves, but we have Ancient Power, Flamethrower, Ice Beam, and Dark Pulse. I want to stay in and go for one move, I think. No. Let's just switch. I'm going to switch to Steelix right away. We'll be able to take a play rough from the Mimikyu fairly decently. And then we'll be able to switch. The Steelix is also Sheer Force, just in case we want to bring Steelix and Pidgeot for some reason. We do see the play rough go off. It does connect. Steelix is pretty big. It'd be hard to miss. No defense drop, which is perfect. In Sandstorm, I'm going to be putting some damage off on the Mimikyu. Now I can Mega Evolve my Steelix. And I could go for Earthquake, or Stone Edge, or Gyro Ball. I kind of want a Stone Edge, just expecting the Charizard. Or I could Gyro Ball. Whatever his other Pokemon again. Garchomp, Rotom-Wash, Tapu Koko, and Metagross. I just don't want to miss. I'm going to Earthquake. He has 2 immunities, but... Okay, he withdrew. He was switching to something that can take an Earthquake. Garchomp, actually, that can't necessarily take an Earthquake. Especially once we get the Sand Force boost as Mega Steelix. Brave, Max Attack, Sand Force boosted Mega Steelix, Earthquake. Let's see how much this can... Oh, I love that they kind of scooted them forward for that Mega Evolution, because they're in the middle of the stadium when they're Mega Evolving now, so it's a lot closer. One hit KO! Get out of here! Critical hit! That might have mattered. Don't switch in on a Mega Steelix! Come on now, boy! This is my first time seeing Mega Steelix in this game, and that was a pretty clean Mega Evolution. We're going to see Metagross come in here, though. Strange. I guess, I mean, the Mimikyu can't really do anything to us, I guess is the reasoning for this, but he just saw me Earthquake the crap out of this Garchomp. Why would you... Oh, Mega Metagross. It's Mega v Mega. I guess he's got Earthquake too. But I have a lot more defense than he does. But he has a lot more attack than I do, so, you know. It's kind of give and take situation. He actually only has Brick Break. We should live that with the ease. With the ease. Come here, Metagross. Steelix. Showing him who's the Mega Evolution Steel type. Out of my face! Out of my face! Metagross! Steelix, my boy. Come here. Come here and get this lovin'. Wow. Steelix is just dicking this team. Mimikyu's going to come in now. I'm assuming it doesn't have Will-O-Wisp, because I would assume it would have gone for it by now. Match is going to be forfeited. Not going to allow Steelix to dick down the Mimikyu with Gyro Ball. Wow. Mega Steelix just ripping this team apart. My opponent may not have... Like, I don't always know how up to date my opponents are with some of these Mega Evolutions being released. Because you never know. Sometimes people just come on to play for fun. So you don't know if they're keeping up with the news now. So maybe they didn't know Mega Steelix was a thing, or that it was just that freaking powerful. So who knows? It didn't bring Rotom Wash or Charizard. That's insane. That's insane to me. That is insane to me that you wouldn't bring either of those. I'm assuming my opponent would know that Mega Pidgeot's out if there's a Pidgeot's in there, though. And then Steelix as well. 15-17 rated player. I also didn't look at my rating once again. Hopefully it shows up on the screen. But we do see the Mawile, so Mega Mawile coming out here with Tapu Fini, Dragonite, Donphan, Charizard, and Roserade. So two possibilities of Megas here with Charizard and Mawile. I almost want to go Mega Pidgeot, but I think Mega Steelix wouldn't be terrible either. We could go Trick Room again. Tyranitar also isn't terrible here. We could lead Tyranitar. We could bring Steelix. We could go with the exact same team, honestly. I think Rotom Wash might be better, though. The old wishy-washy. Wishy-washy. But then that leaves us open for Charizard hitting us really hard with Steelix. Well, we do have Tyranitar for that. So I kind of like that team. Yeah. Let's go Tyranitar, Rotom Wash, and Steelix. And confirm that. As much as I'd like to bring Mega Pidgeot, I just think this team would be better. We do have Heat Wave for the Mawile, Hidden Power Ice for the Donphan, and the Dragonite, and Hurricane for the Roserade. So it wouldn't have necessarily been a terrible idea. And then Hurricane just hits Tapu Fini and Charizard hard as well, especially because we can't miss Hurricane, which is really nice, but I don't know. I do not know. If we don't have time to bring Mega Pidgeot, if we don't have time for another battle to bring Mega Pidgeot, we'll probably just bring the same team again next week and try and focus on Mega Pidgeot. Because I do really like Mega Pidgeot. I really like both these Megas a lot. I like a lot of the Megas. And it's sad that they went away from it, but I can see why. Not a lot of people cared for them. I really like them. I think they're kind of neat. I think they're pretty neat. I'm surprised we don't see more Mega Kangaskhan on the singles battle spot, but I wonder if they're just all a lot higher. We do see Donphan lead off. So I'm going to stay in and Ice Beam him. I honestly don't care if he wants to Earthquake me. Actually, let's be smart. Because we should save this Tyranitar for the Charizard, so I'm going to switch into Rotom. Expecting the Earthquake, and then we can just go for Hydro Pump on the following turn. It's just safer this way. Because I could go for Ice Beam, showing off I'm special Tyranitar. But then we're also taking an Earthquake from Donphan, assuming that that's what he wants to go for here. So I switch Tyranitar out for the Rotom. And Donphan goes for actually goes for knockoff here. So that's going to get rid of whatever item I had leftovers. Rotom will unfortunately take Sandstorm damage here. So what can my opponent switch in on a Hydro Pump? I guess the Roserade. or the Tapu Fini. I still just kind of want to go for it anyway. I could have went for Will-O-Wisp, I guess. But again, if the Roserade came in, Natural Cure is a thing. Tapu Fini actually does switch in here. Which isn't... I almost Volt Switched, and that would have been bad for him. But Hydro Pump does connect with the Tapu Fini. I'm not too worried if my Rotom goes down, because again, we have Tyranitar, which kind of just does things, everything. We kind of need this Rotom for this Fini, so we're not in a terrible position being out here, and we are especially defensive as well, so I can just Thunderbolt. Might switch into Donphan, might just do the back and forth nonsense with me, but I don't think so. Yeah, Thunderbolt into the Tapu Fini should do some nice damage, bringing it to about 25%. Going to see a Moonblast come out from the Fini. It will hurt quite a bit, but we should be able to outspeed and knock it out. I'm actually going to Volt Switch. Might bring in the Donphan. Oh, actually stays in. So Volt Switch goes off, hits the Fini. Loving it. Tapu Fini will faint here. Ooh. And Rotom will switch out so it doesn't take a turn of Sandstorm damage here. I could go Steelix or I could go Tyranitar. I kind of want to go Steelix just in case the Charizard is going to be coming in. So here comes Steelix. Could always bring in Donphan. But we are pretty physically defensive, so Donphan doesn't... Yeah, Donphan's going to come in here. I don't know that we need to keep Steelix alive. Because Tapu Fini's gone. We've seen the Donphan. I guess it would be nice to keep... Yeah. Let's keep the Steelix alive for now. We're going to switch in the Rotom. Probably doesn't Earthquake here, but it'd be kind of neat if it did. Wee. Probably goes for knockoff, though. Actually, does go for Earthquake. We do have the Levitate. Sandstorm shouldn't knock us out this turn. It actually subsides. I was wondering if it subsided this turn or not. So I'm just going to go for Hydro Pump. Just going to Hydro. If this stays in, it should bring it down to sturdy, unless it's Assault Vest Donphan. And then just get some chip on anything that comes in. If it's Charizard, Charizard can't switch into this. If it's Mawile, we get rid of the Intimidate, which is nice, and then we put a lot of damage on it. Or Donphan just stays in. It's really the options. It's really the options my opponent has here. It does stay in, and Hydro Pump does connect, so we should bring it down to sturdy. Or close to. I don't think that's Assault Vest then. And we see Knockoff come out from the Donphan. It will hit the poor Rotom and knock it out. The mist does disappear from the battlefield. Doesn't matter at this point. I'll just bring out my Tyranitar to reset up my sand. And then I can go for Ice Beam here. I forget Donphan's speed, but it might outspeed us here. I haven't used Donphan so long. I want to use Donphan again. There's all these Pokemon I haven't gotten used in so long because I don't do singles as much. Donphan does outspeed us. So Earthquake is going to hurt, but we should be able to take the one. Yeah, we do take the one. Ice Beam into Donphan. Put some nice damage on it. Donphan does faint. Now, we just have to hope the last Pokemon isn't Charizard. Because if it's Charizard, he's in a really good position here because he does Mega Evolves. It's Mawile. Okay, that's perfect. That's perfect for us. Because I just Flamethrower this turn, if we, for some ungodly reason, outspeed this thing. And then the following turn, we bring in Mega Steelix and Earthquake, and we should win. Because Mawile shouldn't be able to knock out Steelix, even with this huge power boost. Even with the boost. Sucker Punch, I don't know if that takes us out from this range. It might, just because Mawile's got such a high attack stat. He's going to actually allow me to Flamethrower. It shouldn't knock out Mawile, but it's going to do a nice chunk of damage, ensuring that Steelix will be able to come in and KO. We're going to see the Iron Head into Tyranitar. Alright, and now we just bring in Steelix. And then we're looking kind of clean. We're looking kind of clean. So Steelix going to be able to pick up another win here. 2 wins for Mega Steelix today. It's not bad. It's not bad. So here comes Mega Steelix. God, I love that Mega Evolution animation now that it's so much closer. He has Fire Fang, so if he burns us, that could be problematic. Or flinch. Okay, no flinch or burn. Perfect. Earthquake. Bop, bop, bop. Should knock out this Mega Mawile. No problem. Sand Force boosted out of my face. Out of my face. Critical hit on the Mawile as well. Didn't need that. Did not need that. We're Mega Steelix. We knocked out a Mega Metagross from full health. And a Garchomp, but we had a crit. So yeah, 2 wins for Mega Steelix. We're at 15 minutes, so I'm kind of inclined to end this episode and then just try going for Mega Pidgeot next episode. Maybe even replacing Mega Steelix and Tyranitar. And the whole Trick Room aspect of the team. But let's go for one more. Let's go for one more, guys. If you guys have stayed around and are continuing to stay around for the final battle, be sure to leave a like if you're enjoying, and thank you guys so much for checking out Mega Steelix today, and hopefully Mega Pidgeot in this next coming battle. We're at 1520, with 1513 rated player facing off against here, with Tapu Koko, Tapu Lele, Kartana, Garchomp, Arcanine, and Mandibuzz. QR team, I'm assuming it's supposed to be for VGC, so this is a little more familiar ground for me. I want to bring Mega Steelix again just because of Tapu Koko and Tapu Lele. But I think we can get by with Pidgeot here. Because we have Fin Power Ice for the Garchomp. We have Heat Wave for the Kartana. Yeah. I think we gotta go Pidge. We gotta go with the Pidge, man. But we can go Executor and Tyranitar. God, I just want Steelix so bad for that. I might just bring normal Steelix, honestly. Honestly, I might just bring normal Steelix. Do we have to bring Executor? I don't know that we have to bring Executor. We could go Mimikyu. Mimikyu. And that is our Z-move user. So let's do that. Let's bring... Do we lead Pidgeot, though? Let's not lead Pidgeot. Let's lead Mimikyu. We'll bring Pidgeot and Steelix. This way we can kind of decide who we want to Mega Evolve. Pidgeot is going to be arguably more terrible than normal Steelix. More terrible. Worse, there's the word. Worse than normal Steelix. But just because Hurricane Heat Wave can miss so readily, and then normal Pidgeot's special attack stats just so terrible as well. That shiny Mimikyu. Against Garchomp, not a terrible lead for us. My opponent's only switch in really is going to be the Arcanine, or I guess the Kartana as well. So I'm just going to go for Play Rough here. If either of those switch in, we do have the chance to drop the attack stat. And assuming that this is the VGC team, because it's a QR code team, and these are all Alolan native Pokemon, it should be physical Arcanine. We're going to see Poison Jab come out from the Garchomp here, which is neutral to Mimikyu. So I almost wonder if we'll take one normally. Going to drop our Disguise. No Poison, and Play Rough will connect with the Garchomp. Does a nice amount of damage here. And we do see the Rough Skin. Rough Skin Rocky Helmet. So either he's going to go for another Poison Jab, which isn't super effective in Mimikyu, because I'm part Ghost type. Or he goes for Earthquake. So I almost just want to stay in and Play Rough again. We could also go for the Tectonic Rage. There it is. I was going to say. We could have switched in Pidgeot here, but just in case they Poison Jabbed again, I didn't want to risk it. So I'm honestly fine with Mimikyu going down here. I'm going to bring in Mega Pidgeot and try and run through the rest of the team if I can. If I can. That will hurt. Mimikyu faints, unfortunately. But got the damage off on Garchomp that I think is needed. We also confirmed it's not Choice Scarf, which is going to be really nice for Mega Pidgeot here. So I can just bring it in. And with the speed stat being added to the Pokemon... Oh, boy. Pidgeot? It doesn't have an item. Damn it! I forgot to put the Pidgeot item on Mega Pidgeot. Shit. Well, we go for Hidden Power Ice anyway. Garchomp does have Protect because this is a VGC team. God damn it. I don't have the Mega Pidgeotite. the Mega Pidgeot. I keep calling it the Mega whatever it is. I don't have the Pidgeotite. So here I'm going to Hurricane, expecting him to switch. God damn it. Well, now we're going to have to do another episode with this team because I don't have the Pidgeotite. Arcanine comes in, which is what I was kind of expecting. But, I mean, that does guarantee that Mega Steelix shows up to this battle. Hurricane does connect with the Arcanine, fortunately, doing little to no damage. Like I said, normal Pidgeot sucks. So I could go for Hyper Beam. So base 150, while Hurricane's only 110. We shouldn't be able to knock out with Hyper Beam, so I'm going to go for another Hurricane. Arcanine does avoid this one. Wild Charge should knock us out here. Wow, it didn't. Wow, it did not. I'm going to see the recoil damage, but I assume he just goes for extreme speed here. Pidgeot boned us on this one, because I'm pretty sure we just lose now, because Arcanine can just win this. Extreme speed will knock us out. This should have been a game we won, but because we didn't have Mega Pidgeot. Barnacles. Dirty Barnacles. Alright, so Steelix comes in. We're going to be taking a Flare Blitz, which won't be great. We'll be taking a Flare Blitz. I guess depending on how much Flare Blitz does to us, we might be able to pull something off here. Just because he Flare Blitzes and then Garchomp comes in and hits us, and then whatever's in the back, if we somehow survive, will come in and hit us. Arcanine actually goes for Bulldoze, dropping my speed, which actually helps us. Because that means we're going to be able to have a little more health to take on the Garchomp, and then with our speed drop, that actually increases our Gyro Ball, which I don't know that we necessarily needed to increase the Gyro Ball, because if he brought Tapu Lele, which is really the only Pokemon we'd use it on, we're already so much slower than it should have been able to knock it out. But I don't know why it didn't Flare Blitz there. Kartana actually does come in, so this is slightly more problematic. Because Kartana does have some nice defensive stats, so I'm going to go for Earthquake. Probably won't knock it out. And a lot of Kartanas are also Focus Sash. Sacred Sword's going to hurt pretty badly. Yeah, it'll put us in a range of a Earthquake too if Kartana survives this Earthquake, which it should. Yeah, neutral damage, 50%. So, had we had Mega Steelix, or not Mega Steelix, Mega Pidgeot, Hurricane would have done so much more to that Arcanine, possibly been a two-shot. We had Heat Wave for this thing, and we had Hidden Power Ice for the Garchomp. So I boned myself over by not putting the Pidgeotite. Barnacles. Well, we will have to have another episode with this team to show off Mega Pidgeot, but Mega Steelix tried to pull through what he could against that team, but Pidgeot just put us in such a bad position that way. But anyways, thank you guys so much for joining us today. If you have suggestions for Pokemon you want to see on the singles Battlespot ladder, be sure to leave them down in the comment section below. I'm open to any ideas. After next week's adventure into Mega Pidgeot, we'll follow up with Mega Medicham and possibly Mega Audino. I do like the idea of using Mega Audino, but I don't know if I'll be able to pull it off personally. So, we'll see. If you guys have any suggestions for those as well, be sure to leave them in the comment section below. Otherwise, we'll see you guys next time. Stay sharp, everyone.